Hey y'all, I want to talk about the inexpressible joy that is offered and is available to you not just on your best days, but on your very worst days in the middle of extreme heartache and pain and hardship and trial. And I think Peter does a really good job of pointing to this joy that we can still experience in hardship and the purpose that hardship serves in 1 Peter 1. So I'm going to start off in verse 3. Verse 3, he says, in God's great mercy, he gave us a new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. So in his great mercy would be because of his compassion, he didn't give us what we deserved. We deserved death on the cross, but because of his great mercy, he did not give us what we deserved. He gave us what he deserved because he offered himself as a spotless, unblemished sacrifice to take our place, and he nailed our sins to the cross. So because of that, he gave us a new birth. He gave us a new life, a new heart. He made us a new creation, and we receive this new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead. Verse 4 says, and into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade, kept in heaven for you. An inheritance on this earth perishes, spoils, and fades. It's money, it's land, it's a house, it's jewelry, it's things like that perish, spoil, and fade. But our inheritance is different. Romans 8:15-17 says that we have received spirits of sonship, that we can cry out, Abba, Father, that we are children of God, we are heirs with God, we are co-heirs with Christ, that what is his is ours, that we received eternity, but we also have blessings available in this lifetime on this earth as well. And so our inheritance can never perish, spoil, or fade because we have a security in it, because it is kept in heaven for us. And when we keep going, verse 5 says, who through faith are shielded by God's power until the coming of the salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time. So no matter what the enemy tries to throw at you, no matter what COVID tries to throw at you, no matter what death, no matter what anything tries to throw at you, you are shielded by God's power. And because of all this, the resurrection, the inheritance, the hope, because of all this, that is why verse 6 says that we greatly rejoice, though now for a little while you may have had to suffer grief and all kinds of trials. He doesn't promise that it's going to go anywhere, that the hard times are going to go anywhere, but he does promise that they're light and momentary and that we can still rejoice. Verse 7 says that all of those hard times have come so that through them our faith, which is of greater worth than gold, and which perishes, even though refined by fire, may be proved genuine and may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. That what we walk through shows us who and what we were placing our faith in. It proves it genuine. It points others to God, and he receives the glory because of what we were walking through. And I love verse 8. It says, though you have not seen him, you love him, and even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible joy, for you are receiving the goal of your faith, the salvation of your souls. You might not can see him right now. You might not can even feel him. You might not can see your way out. Some of you are walking through really, really, really hard things this morning. You've experienced a miscarriage. You have been walking through infertility for what feels like forever. You have lost a child. Your marriage maybe feels like it's crumbling all around you. You maybe lost your job to COVID. Maybe you lost a loved one to COVID. It feels like you've lost everything to COVID. Maybe you lost a loved one because of another reason, a spouse, a family member, a best friend. Maybe you are walking through extreme depression or addiction today. Maybe you have received a diagnosis yourself or of a loved one that has completely rocked your world, and you can't see him right now, and you feel like you can't see his way or the way or a way at all. But because of all of this, because of our inheritance that we know is secure even when everything feels like it's shaken, because of his great mercy, because of our new birth, because we are shielded by God's power, because of it all, we can have this deep-rooted, inexpressible joy that doesn't even make sense. And I want to offer that to you this morning.